Coming up on Colonial Sports Center, men's basketball played YUSU last night.
And men's hockey took on Mercyhurst a home and home.
But women's hockey also took on number 7, Cornell, at home this past week.
Meanwhile, women's basketball headed to the City of Angels for a Thanksgiving tournament.
All here on Colonial Sports Center. That's so weird. I heard it a little bit earlier, but the live audience is a weird thing.
Yeah, I don't know who invited them down here, but
are they allowed to be down here?
I don't know. We're just gonna go with it.
We're just gonna keep going, all right?
Well, the producer said he'll allow it,
it's
so
allowed.
we're gonna roll with
keep
it.
Going.
So you know what? We got a live audience, so give them what we're here for tonight.
All the sports that are happening right now, which are all the winter sports.
It's the most wonderful time of the year,
Absolutely.
wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would. I mean, the sticks are shooting pucks. The basketball players are playing.
Matty McConnell slam dunked?
Right? It's
So
amazing. Why don't we just jump right into the game where Matty McConnell
And we're gonna,
dunked?
yeah.
Why don't we just jump right to it? Men's basketball took on Youngstown State University last night at the Student Recreation Center up at the NAC, as they like to call it here at Robert Morris. So why don't we just go right up to the court and see how Youngstown State and Robert Morris fared.
And Robert Morris undefeated at home so far this season, a perfect 3-0.
Which is very exciting. Here we're going to see John Williams pass to the outside to his brother Josh. Josh for 3. Colonials go up 3 early in the game. YSU driving the lane. Buzzer beater there by Kendall Hampton. He made 7 threes in the game, 6 in the first half and 1 in the second half. There we get to see another 3-pointer by Robert Morris. Robert Morris, quick transition here to Matty McConnell. Matty McConnell, great vision. Back out to the 3-point arc. John Williams, another 3. The Williams brothers, great from outside the arc. All right, Kobe Thomas inside the paint. Missed there, but a putback by Malik Pettaway here to give the Colonials another 2 points in the paint. Here we get to see the Colonials working around the outside arc. Matty McConnell, a deep 3 there from him. Great look from Matty. He's very excited about it, as you can see there from the energy with a high 5. YSU trying to drive the middle. Bucket YSU. Here we're going to see Matty McConnell. There it is. The dunk. Nothing but power. Colonials win 76-56 over the Penguins. And now we're going to jump to Luke's corner. Coach Luke's corner. My apologies. Great to have you back, Coach.
It's always fun to be here. I love it. So you did a great job talking about that basketball game.
I appreciate it.
But what we got to do is we got to go back into the game. We got to see why it happened. This is because. So let's go to the highlight. Let's see it again. Let's go see some film here. Let's watch some film, learn some things. All right, so quick screen here by Charles Bain on the first possession. He's the first option for John Williams here. He has that pass. He can dump it in, or Bain can go to the paint and play the game. Or second option is Mendy, number 2 option. Number 3 option is Josh Williams in the corner, and you always pass to Williams behind the arc. Take his money from 3.
Either one.
Money. It doesn't matter. Here, we got a zone defense by YSU. And you see this guy on the outside, the short corner guy right here? See him? He should be sliding over to where Mendy is. You see him over there? See that circle? That's where Mendy's going to go. That's where the soft spot of this defense is. That's where he has to be. So we'll see here. He's going to go there. There he is. He's there. He's flashing. He's right there. They pass to the corner. Bain gets the ball. They pass it into Mendy. He puts it in. Easy 2 for Giannis Mendy. He had a pretty good game last night, too. Now, back here. Josh Williams again. Greg, how many threes did he make that last time? How many was it?
Why don't you remind us, Luke?
It was 15. 15 threes, Greg, and they left him open. They shouldn't have. But you know what? John Williams doesn't want to be overlooked. He has all that space, but he says, no. Let me take this. I can pass to Kobe Thomas. I can give it to Giannis Mendy, but I'm going to take this 3 because my brother can hit 3s, and I can too. That's why. That's why he shoots that ball. That's why you always get to the Williams brother behind the arc. They will not miss. 100%.
So, are you starting to see a lot more that you like out of this team as the season gets
deeper?
I
love it. I love how everybody, this team's really found their guys, found their roles, found their role players. That's really what this team lacked last year was, guys didn't really know, okay, I'm the guy I'm the premier scorer. I'm the guy that has to play defense. But now they found that. Now, that Matty McConnell dunk, he's probably one of the better defensive players. We've talked about it a lot. The Toolshed boys talk about it all the time. Little plug there. But they talk about it a lot. And what happens is that Matty, he stole the ball. He dunked twice in that game. 2 dunks for Matty McConnell. Impressive.
It was very impressive, but why don't we take a break from this real quick
All right.
and send it back over the desk to Samuel Anthony.
Thanks, guys. The Colonials have been on a 3-game... Oh, that is not it. The Robert Morris Colonials headed to Los Angeles this Thanksgiving on their second longest road trip of the season. They went to go take on the SMU Mustangs, hoping to end their 2-game slide and get a win for the holiday season. If we got it. We're going to the highlights here. Colonials versus the Mustangs. We're going to start here right in the second quarter. SMU, they were down early, but a 12-2 run gets them right back into it. You're going to see Alicia Froling there. She finished with 12 points. SMU edging out the Colonials at the half. Neka Azebo, one of the Colonials' top players, first team All-NEC preseason. She gets one there. Robert Morris showing the ball movement here, finding a wide open Megan Callahan. She's the team's leading scorer this year with 10 points per game. And Robert Morris, they're battling in this one, and you see the ball. It's getting loose there, but you're going to see Nadej Pluvios end up with it. Megan Callahan gets past the defender, and she's going to send that one back out to Esther Castillo, and she'll drain the three. It seems like men's and women's hitting threes all over the place. But for Robert Morris, that SMU team in the fourth quarter, just too much. 7 for 9 shooting in the fourth quarter. Robert Morris defense, typically their strong suit, really just couldn't make any stops, and the Colonials ultimately falling 60-55.
And with the loss the night before, the Colonials have been on a 3-game slide as of late, and we're hoping to find the bright side of the ball while playing the LMU Thanksgiving Classic in Los Angeles, California. Robert Morris faced the host of the tournament, the Loyola Marymount Lions, this past Saturday. Let's take a trip to the City of Angels to see if Robert Morris could reverse their losing ways and put another victory in the win column. First thing we're going to see here, Neka Azebo for 2 inside the paint. We're going to see it here again. She is really electric whenever she gets her chance inside the paint, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, just absolutely unstoppable this season. Her biggest problem has been foul trouble, and that's really what limited her so far this season.
Absolutely. Here we get to see her again. Another shot there inside the paint. She's really tearing it up. But next we're going to get to see freshman Isabella Posset drive the lane herself, get a little 2 points on the board. 2 points on the stat sheet for her. Here we get to see LMU moving down the court. Great pass across. A slightly contested 3 from the outside, but it will go in. LMU tying, or not tying, but 33-32 going into the third quarter play here. Next we can see Megan Callahan, deep 2, foot was across the line. Only 2 points for her there, no 3. But LMU would get one for themselves. Here, jumping into the fourth quarter of play, Megan Callahan, another deep 2, just missing the arc a touch there, but the Lions would beat the Colonials 61-53.
But don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we got Coach Luke. He's coming back for more. He's not going anywhere. And meanwhile, we got some hockey. Robert Morris men's hockey playing a home-and-home against bitter rival Mercyhurst. A lot of good things happening.
Absolutely. And you're not going to want to miss any of it, Sam, because it's not delivery, it's Colonial Sports Center.
Physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met our niece. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
What to expect when you're expecting
Like here.
a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
And welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. And while we were all home with our families and stuffing our faces with a feast, the men's hockey team was down on Neville Island preparing to face off against the Mercyhurst Lakers for a weekend series of one at Colonials Arena and then the next day up in Erie. Robert Morris will be looking to get get back above the 500 mark in conference play by winning both games in the weekend. But will they be able to do so on Neville Island? Let's see here. Robert Morris jumps ahead early with a goal there by Aiden Spalacy. He had 2 shots and 2 goals. That's this year. He's a freshman, 2 shots, 2 goals. Great conversion rate, in my opinion.
I wish my grades looked like that.
100%. It'd be amazing. Jump into the third period of action. This is where things were kind of interesting here. Robert Morris, great save by the Lakers goaltender, Stefano Cantali. But here, they would score, but it would be reversed due to a goal crease infraction. The Lakers player would skate just inside the goal crease, interfering. But now is the fun part. Up 3-1. Empty net. Colonials just flinging pucks. That one misses just wide right. This one has a chance, Sam.
A little bit of chuck-a-puck here, Greg.
A little bit of chuck-a-puck, but for the players, that one's a little wide. But the clock would hit 0. Robert Morris would win 3-1 over the Lakers of Mercyhurst, and just a great first game of the weekend.
Through this point of the season, the RMU men's hockey team had yet to earn a win on the road. After their home win on Friday, the Colonials headed up the I-79 in an attempt to complete the weekend sweep. It would be special teams that define this matchup. And Greg, I'm going to tell you right now, there was a lot of goals in this one. You're going to see right away here, Justin Adamo, the French product, with the goal early here. He would have a huge night. And you're going to see Daniel Mantenuto on the breakaway here, short-handed. Robert Morris getting up fast early here, up 2-0. Going into the second period, more of the same here for Robert Morris. And this time it's going to be Nick Perkusic. And if you haven't seen his mustache, probably the best mustache in college hockey right now. Continuing that, Justin Adamo, again, his second power play goal through the first 2 periods, 9 different Colonials with a point. And here comes Mercyhurst here. They're going to get back on the board here. Finally showing something. Murat letting up his second goal of the weekend, but ultimately Robert Morris keeps going here. Yet another power play goal for the Colonials. This time Kip Hoffman, his first career one. The Colonials 4 for 9 on the power play as they completely dominated Mercyhurst. Their biggest margin of victory in 64 games.
And I feel like I'm in trouble right now because I keep getting sent to the corner. But it's okay because Coach Luke is here with me. And I'm very excited about it. So
I'm a friendly.
I know I already broke down some of the hockey that happened this past week, but I know that you would like to talk about it a little bit more.
Obviously, I love to talk.
So
They give me airtime.
They were going to be talking about was the one I just talked about. So I feel a little offended they didn't let me break it down.
That's twice I broke down your place.
I know, and I'm a little offended by it. But why don't we just let you take over, Coach?
All right.
And you tell us what's going on, all right?
Let's go in there. Let's see what we have. Okay, this is the first goal. This is the Spalacy goal that you talked about. This being his second shot and his second goal in his career. But the defense gets turned here. They don't face the puck. They don't see where Spalacy's at. He's in the slot. He's lined up right in the middle. But they pass it back to him, and bang, easy goal. Easy one-time goal here. This play, look at Coleman. Coleman's the guy to watch in this game. I circled him right there. He makes this play better. They pass to Jenny, and Jenny throws on net. Again, here it is. This is a better angle. You see this a lot better. Here we go, Coleman. And ready right there. Oh, the tip right there in the back of the net for Coleman. Here we go. This is a great play here by Eric Israel. But here we go. There's 4 green sweaters right beside the net. There's 2 Colonials. And Israel puts in his first goal since the beginning of the season. He has 2 goals. One at the beginning of the season, one in the first game against Mercyhurst. Here we go again. That's a great shot there. And Mantenuto's a guy here. He's a really gritty player. We see all the time. He had a great breakaway goal in the second game against Mercyhurst. But here, he clears the puck out of danger here. Watch him get in here, Greg. Watch him. Murat loses it. Mantenuto says, "No, I got this, buddy," and just clears out of danger.
And that's crazy to think that he basically played a second goaltender there for about 5 seconds. Just a little
Rob Scuderi action, remember that?
A little bit. But I don't know if it was quite to the level. I think there's way
he had a kick save in there.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's just great to see Robert Morris being able to open up the dirty ice, the soft ice, as I like to call it, and making sure that they're not in the paint as it would be in basketball, but close enough to the goal crease where they're getting that second-hand opportunity, almost like a Patrick Hornwith type of thing.
Yep.
And so, Luke, what are you seeing out of the men's hockey team that you like as well?
The defense is starting to step up. And again, you talk about the gritty play. Justin Adama had 2 goals this weekend that were right in front of the net. Just little. One of them was a rebound goal. One of them was a little quick pass to the slot, and he just put up over the shoulder of the goalie. But yeah, this team is starting to find their rhythm and starting to figure out, okay, like we're going to play fast. We're going to hustle up on the ice, and they're going to stay out. If they stay out of the box, they're going to be okay.
All right, so what else is, so I know that you just said that they're starting to find their ways, and who really needed to find their way first in order for the rest of the team to click, in your opinion?
It's not one person. It's a whole team. But that's the coach's way of saying things. It's not one guy. It's everybody. But if it was a group, a particular group, it would probably be that defense. That defense is starting to figure out a rhythm. They're starting to get matchups, their pairings that they like on the ice together, and you're really starting to see how these guys. You know, the chemistry the chemistry and the trust that these guys have with each other is incredible to watch.
All right, well, Coach, we appreciate you coming down tonight.
It was a great
So
time.
why don't we go back over to the desk again for Sam Anthony right now.
Let's do it.
Thanks, guys. The women's hockey team has been unbeaten in 7 of their past 9 games as they play yet another nationally ranked opponent in what has been their toughest schedule in the history of the program. This weekend, they take on 7th-ranked Cornell, the Big Red. Can Robert Morris get the upset win and continue their hot streak? Let's go to the highlights and figure it out. Greg? I know you don't like the name Big Red, but I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of the Big Red.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, we're getting to the highlight. Robert Morris scoring right away here, and you're going to see that's going to look like Maggie Legue gets it, but finishing it off is Amber Rennie, and on the assist, J.C. Gebhardt ties her for the lead in the NCAA in terms of points. And Robert Morris, they're striking fast and often here, second period, and Robert Morris takes that 2-goal lead with 14 minutes left. This time, Caitlin Sadawi, that's some stuffing. A little bit Thanksgiving pun there. You like that? But here comes the Big Red here, and on the power play, they're going to get that one. And right there on the goal, that one's going to be Grace Graham putting it in. And again, the Big Red keep going here. It's going to be 2 straight goals from Slobodzian, and the Big Red, just after falling down 2-0, absolutely unstoppable. They're going to score 5 straight unanswered goals en route to defeating the Robert Morris Colonials 5-4. And you're going to see the empty netter here, and Robert Morris unable to get that first win in the weekend.
And after losing to Cornell the day before, the Colonials played Cornell again the very next day, and the first 200 fans in Colonials Arena received a free Santa hat to get everyone into the holiday spirit. After the loss on Friday, Robert Morris looked to prove that they could hang with the Big Red, who were nationally ranked at number 7. Now, back to the Island Sports Complex to see if the Colonials could prove what they were made of.
Hey, Greg, it's a ho-ho-home game.
That was ho-ho horrible, Sam. So the first thing we were going to see there was a big save by Lauren Bailey to keep it 0-0. Cornell would strike first, though, with a goal by Kristen O'Neill. Robert Morris working behind the net. That one squirts through. Goal by Amber Rennie. She's having a weekend of herself. Cornell scores the second one there. Kristen O'Neill again, this time back-to-back goals from Cornell. This one by Willow Sablazian. Cornell, once again, big move there, but Lauren Bailey comes up big by herself in the butterfly. 2 big saves back-to-back there for Bailey. Next, we're going to see Robert Morris really working the puck. Emily Curlett from the top of the face-off circle. Snipe.
She's one of the best shooting defensemen in the entire NCAA right now.
And there's no reason to argue with it after seeing one of those, Sam. And now it's 3-3 overtime period needed. Cornell! Goalie, big save there. But Robert Morris really grinding it out. It would end up being a tie, 3-3, after the 4th period of play with the overtime. And so after the break, Sam, you're going to sit down with John Hanna and Tyler Gallo and talk a little bit more about women's hockey and see what they like so far in the season. And they're definitely not going to want to miss it.
That's right. J.C. Gebhardt, one of the top scorers in the nation. Is she legit? You're going to have to find out more on Colonial Sports Network. We know exactly what the heck we're doing.
But my mind was in school. I had problems at home. That's when I met Narnese. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So, I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here.
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to team-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. And, it was Black Friday this past weekend, but you know what? We're still buying and selling here. I'm here with John Hanna, Tyler Gallo from In the Neutral Zone, the women's hockey podcast. And guys, we're ready to talk some women's hockey. Are you ready for me?
Yeah, great to be here.
All right, and the crowd's ready for you. So you know what? We're just going to get right into it, all right? And we talked about it earlier. One of the toughest schedules Robert Morris women's hockey has ever had. And you saw it again, number 7 ranked Cornell this weekend. Looking back at it, buy or sell, is that tough non-conference schedule beneficial?
I'm going to buy. I think this tough non-conference schedule has really strengthened them for this coming up conference schedule. I mean, the teams they've played against have a combined record of 58, 28, and 14. They've played 5 ranked teams, and they actually still have number 2 ranked Minnesota next week.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with John there. I'm going to buy this. I mean, playing tough out-of-conference opponents is really going to prepare them for the tough in-conference opponents they have to play for the rest of the season.
All right, and we're going to keep rolling here, guys. And JC Gebhardt, you guys probably talk about her all the time on the podcast. She's one of the best scorers in the entire nation. She's tied for the lead right now. So here's the conversation as we head into conference season and down the stretch into sort of, that gritty, that tough part of the mid-season there. Buy or sell, is JC Gebhardt going to lead the nation in scoring?
See, the crowd's saying buy, but I'm going to sell because I love the way Gebhardt plays, but she currently sits at 27 points, which is 3rd in the conference or in NCAA, but Elizabeth Jaguar of Clarkson is 1st with 30. You have Lauren Gable, also of Clarkson, 2nd with 28. Then you also have Michaela Pajolova of Clarkson as well in 4th, 1 point behind. So that triple trio in Clarkson, I think one of them has to do better. But I love the way Gebhardt's playing right now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to sell it too. I mean, the way that Gebhardt is playing is really good, and we've seen some really great performances out of her. But Clarkson is just so lethal, and they've got 3 prolific scoring players, so it's just going to be tough for her to crack the top 3, maybe be top 5 in the season.
And Gebhardt, someone we're going to have to keep an eye on as we go into conference season. This past weekend against Cornell was their last non-conference game, so now you're going into really the heart of the season for Robert Morris, a team that's trying to get back to the NCAA tournament after missing last year. So here's the question, guys: buy or sell? Is Robert Morris women's hockey going to win the CHA?
You want to take with this one first, Tyler?
No, I'm going to have to sell that one. I mean, their record is not really solid right now, but I mean, they can probably put up a couple. If they put up a couple wins, maybe I'll change my mind, but it's just there's many better teams than them right now.
I'm going to actually buy this one, so I'm going to disagree with them. They're 2nd place in the CHA right now. Mercyhurst leads it, 6-2 conference record. Colonials are 3 points behind, 4-1-1. You're really getting into this heart of the conference. As we mentioned earlier, the tough non-conference is going to really help them. They play Penn State, who has a 2-4 conference record right now, so a good chance for an easy win against those teams. So I think this is the potential for their 3rd conference win in a row.
All right, well, it's something definitely to keep an eye on. And, speaking of the fact that they've won 2 conference championships in a row, regular season, this has also been a time where Robert Morris has consistently been getting votes, has been nationally ranked. Up until this year, they had received votes for almost a year straight in the national polls. Now, by the end of the year, do you guys buy or sell on Robert Morris being nationally ranked?
I'm going to sell this one. They're a good team. They're a solid team, but their current record at 6-8-4 overall just isn't where it needs to be for that conference. You have the number 10 team in Princeton. They already have a 5-2-3. So I think next year they're still a somewhat building team after the loss of Brittany Howard, obviously. But I think next year they can really show what they're made of.
I'm going to buy this one because they have a sort of medium schedule coming up, and if they can put up a bunch of wins and maybe get some points out of this, maybe it can put them in the rankings.
All All right, guys. Well, I got one more quick question for you. Live audience tonight. It's the first time we've ever done this. You guys buying or selling the live audience?
I'm buying.
I'm buying it too.
Yeah, I'm buying.
Hey, everyone loves it. Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate it. And we're going to go a quick commercial break. But when we come back, me and Greg, we're going to close it out with the semester that was. Everything, the best plays from all of this fall semester. And then we got some special guests on the show, so you're not going to want to miss it here on Colonial Sports Center.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met our niece. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
What to expect when you're expecting
Like here.
a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to team-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
I'm ready for the Mom. You don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Not really sure, but my brain tells me I've been here before. Don't wanna draw any attention to all the crazy things that I shouldn't mention. Not really sure, but it feels like my feet are glued to the floor. Don't wanna open up my mouth, 'cause I'm afraid of what's gonna come out. Life is but a dream. This can't be happening. Wake up, scream. I'm in a twisted reality. Twisted.
Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center, and that was the semester that was, and this, Greg, has been quite the semester, as this is our last show of the fall semester here at Robert Morris University for Colonial Sports Center. But for those of you that don't know, this is also Greg Sutton's very last show. Our man Greg, he's moving on to bigger and better things. He's got a big internship in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He's finally getting out of Pittsburgh, which is probably good for him. But I'm going to leave it to Greg, so you can give your final goodbye. We're all going to miss you here, and we look forward to when you come back.
So I'm going on to Myrtle Beach, as you said, Sam. I'm going to be a spring training intern at a Ripken Experience, which is a baseball training facility for college, high school, little league, everybody. And it's going to be really exciting. I played there for 4 years in high school. It's going to be exciting to go back and actually see what goes on behind the scenes, because I did like in front of the scenes kind of things. But it's been a blast here. I know I've been doing this for 2.5 years now, which is 5 semesters is how we count it. But 5 semesters worth of work. I did CSC my first semester here after being told it's usually an upperclassman show, which was really exciting. I know I've done Colonial Sports Center, RMU Tonight, the inaugural RMU Tonight, which was that's a whole other story. But it's been a blast, and I've learned a lot. And I know I'm not graduating, but it feels like I'm going away for a little bit, so it's going to be weird. I'm going to be gone for like 3 months. I'm going to miss everybody here. But I really appreciate everything that you guys do here, and it's been a blast. So real quick, why don't we send it over to our special guest, Tori Flick and Morgan Torcha, over on the desk.
We're flying over the desk.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Sam. Good evening. Welcome back to Colonial Sports Center. I'm Tori Flick.
And I'm Morgan Torsha.
But you probably have no idea who we are, because we never ever sit here.
I don't work on the show.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't anymore. I usually sit up with our amazing EP, Michael Benet. But we're here. We're live.
And you know what we're going to do, Morgan?
What are we going to do, Tori?
We're going to do upcoming games.
Yeah, we are. So let's do that.
Let's roll it.
Let's roll it.
Those games are up.
And can I quote Ava Patel real quick?
Absolutely.
Well, here's upcoming games.
All right, now what do we have on Friday, Morgan?
All right, on Friday we have hockey. As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey. We got men's hockey at Sacred Heart, not at the Island.
All right.
And then we have women's hockey versus Penn State with a teddy bear toss story.
What is the teddy bear toss, Morgan?
Not a clue.
Do we? It's a
pretty good on Saturday.
On Saturday, December 4th, we have men's basketball at Drexel at 2 p.m. We have men's hockey at Sacred Heart at 2:05, and we have women's hockey versus Penn State home at 5:05 p.m.
Yes, we do. But on Sunday, which is the Lord's Day, as we know.
It is the Lord's Day.
We have women's basketball at number 14, Iowa, at 3 p.m.
And then on Wednesday, December 5th, we have men's basketball at Canisius at 7 p.m.
It's a lot of sports there, pal.
Those are a lot of
when
sports.
When did YouTube come over here?
That is our upcoming schedule.
All right.
We didn't want to be off the show yet. We just wanted to be here.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Before we go.
Go ahead. No,
go ahead. Go ahead.
It's yours. Go.
All right. Well.
No, what are you going to say?
Just go. I was going to close it. Go.
Okay. Well, we're going to go to some packages talking about ourselves. But, Tori, should we sign off?
We should sign off.
And as they say, good night, Moon Township.
Good night. You've been watching Colonial Sports Center.
Woo! So I like doing it. It doesn't feel like work to me. It's something that's fun to me. Getting to hear Chris Shevlin's voice.
Oh, man. All right. If you had the option of Chris Shevlin narrate your life, would you take that option?
Him or Dante Pearson? So I like doing it. It doesn't feel like work to me. It's something that's fun to me. Getting to hear Chris Shevlin's voice.
Oh, man. All right. If you had the option of Chris Shevlin narrate your life, would you take that option?
Him or Dante Pearson? This is so weird. I'm never on this side of the camera. I'm sorry, continue. My name is Morgan Torsha, or Morgo to some. I've done pretty much everything here except for produce. My freshman year, I really wanted to try everything. I was the assistant news editor for a month. And then I became the multimedia editor, which I did for a little bit. I did some radio shows, and then I was in charge of the radio station, and then I became the music manager because I just didn't want to do that anymore. And then I've done pretty much every position in TV but produce, like I said. I did live sports, I did photos, I did video, I did a lot. So I got an email from Carrie this summer before my freshman year asking if I wanted to join the retreat, and then I was also in contact with, I think it was Leah Fleischel actually, like messaged me, because I messaged her and I was like, what is this? Because I didn't know that the thing she was talking about on our Facebook group was the same thing that Carrie had emailed. And then I got an email also from Becky about live sports, and I was like, does this all go together? I don't know if this all goes together. It turned out it all went together. Having a resting bitch face. Everybody that has come through here has told me that they thought I hated them at first because I just can't smile on a regular basis. But I'm happy, I promise. First documentary we made, Sam, me, and Brandon, we did the International Pipeline on the women's basketball team. And that was just cool because there was no one telling us what it had to do, how many minutes it had to be, what we had to put in it. We just kind of got to do whatever we want and kind of had to learn to like fend for ourselves because it was our own thing. Calm the down. I remember sitting, and you're sorry, you're gonna have to bleep that. I remember sitting in field production with Dan Kitchen, specifically, and looking at, it was Secret Eyes. I turned in Secret Eyes, which was the greatest video I've ever made. But I remember sitting there, and I had like this mini panic attack. I was freaking out about my demo reel. The only things on my demo reel are from last year and like a few things this year. Like, I don't know, I was panicking about like things in the future were done. And then I've covered the president a lot. This semester, Sam, Brandon, and I went to Joe Walton's house, which that's not the biggest thing I've ever done, but it was so fun. That was so fun. I love Joe Walton. So yeah, I've gotten to do cool stuff and won awards for it, so I think that's cool. And everyone always says, like, because I rattle off all the things that I do, and they're like, why do you do all that stuff? Like, do you ever hang out with your friends? And I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, this is hanging out with my friends to me. Like, I get to learn, I get to make cool stuff, and I get to hang out with my friends all at the same time. They don't understand, like, how special of an opportunity this is to like be able to meet your best friends that you're going to keep forever, not just for 4 years, but also get to make stuff amazing, because they say I've been saying this since freshman year. I remember Trevor interviewed me for a video and I was like, they say don't work with your friends, but like what they don't realize is like working with your friends can make amazing things, and I think that's really cool. Can I tell a story first? I want to tell the story of how me and Tori became friends. So me and Tori lived diagonally across the hall from each other. We did the retreat, like all that stuff. Like the first person I actually talked to wasn't Tori, it was Wendy. But I remember I just went and interviewed John Lockwood Delaney, and Tori had went and did something else because again, we were writing for news for some reason. No offense, Delaney. But I remember going back to my room because we were going to a pirate game later, which I wasn't going to go to because I was like, I don't want to do that. And then I realized how much fun I was having with everybody, and I wanted to go. And I get a knock at my door, and I'm like, what? So I open the door, and it's Tori. And I was like, oh, hey. And she goes, hey, can you come with me? Like, my roommate's not here, and my key is in the room, but I didn't lock my door, but somehow the door is locked, and I can't get back in. And I was like, oh, yeah. Like, we had no idea where to go get. We had no idea where Res Life was. We had no idea where we were going, but we went to go find the person to get Tori into her room. So we went and found this person, and on the way back, we ran into Tori's roommate. So she got the key, she got in, everything was fine. And by the time I got back to my room, I realized on that walk I had lost my Freedom card. So we had to go back out to find my Freedom card. Couldn't find it. I had to go buy a new Freedom card. We still made it to everything on time for the pirate game, but like that was how I met Tori Fleck. And then, I don't know, all of Charles's antics are fun. You could ask Charles at like 10 a.m., like we have to take shots, and Charles would take shots with you. No, my favorite Charles moment was when we all watched the Golden Globes. For some reason, I was so excited about the Golden Globes, so I made everybody watch them. And then in the middle of the Golden Globes, Charles and I don't know, Charles and somebody ran out to buy Four Locos. And we all drank Four Locos while Oprah Winfrey was giving a speech, and needless to say, Charles missed the first day of classes. And then Mike Evans is great. Mike Evans always has something going on in his room that I just don't question. He has a hatchet right now, which came in handy lowering my bed, but I'm still scared that there's a hatchet in his room. But like last year and this year is when I really got to go like get close with Bennett, and he's just like the coolest guy. Like he's my favorite thing about Bennett being in charge of our shows is that he lets us do whatever I want. He doesn't do anything but provide feedback because he understands that it's all supposed to be student run. And I love Bennett. Bennett's great. We're going to one of his daughter's basketball games.
I'm Morgan Torsha, and you're watching Colonial Sports Center.
Why? I work with idiots. Tori crushed coffee creamer all over my floor. And,
It was great.
And sugar packets.
You have to admit now, you're on the record. You did not wave to me when you were on the treadmill.
I did wave to you. You didn't wave to me. On the record, I waved to Sam, and he didn't wave back. And I saw him in the mirror against the treadmill, so I'm just saying.
I'm not from Johnstown. You did that on purpose, and I understand that, but I'm not from Johnstown. It's literally 20 minutes away from me. It's not the same place. It's in the same county. I understand, but it's not the place. Wow, you're a twat. So at RMU Century Media, I started my freshman year as the assistant multimedia editor to AJ Cherub. And then I moved on to assistant graphic designer to former SCJ president, Matthew Merlino. And then finally, I took on the crown of chief graphic designer. I kind of showed up my freshman year. You're laughing, but like it's literally how it happened. I just kind of heard about this thing, and I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I get to move in a week early. So I showed up, got some free hot dogs, talked to some cool lady named Carrie Mignot. We were at the fire pit for our little lunch thing, get together. It was a fire at the fire pit, obviously. And we had like Pepsi, and we were doing introductions with everybody, and I spilled f***ing Pepsi down my leg. And I was like, did anyone notice? People I looked up to since my freshman year, Kristen Kudla has been one of the biggest contributors to who I am now as a person. Delaney, Hannah, it's cheesy, but Matt. I was gonna say that Morgan was also one of the biggest influences, but now I just feel hurt. Fall off the table. So those are the people who've like really made an influence in my life. Carrie Mignot obviously has been a huge staple, and then countless others who are just a part of this university. It's hard to put it into words how much Morgan has meant to me from my first day here. Morgan was my very first, not my first friend, but definitely my first best friend that I've had on campus, and she's been my best friend ever since. And I can't imagine how different my life and my like journey from freshman year to senior year would have turned out if I didn't have her with me. Tribute to our former SCJ president who led us to be the SCJ chapter of the year. Thank you for your service. And like, thanks for being a person. So my journey's been a little bit different than Morgan's. I moved out of RMU-TV my freshman year and focused more on the RMU Century Media side of things. So my big things that have happened, my big things that I've covered have been me drawing things or like at least what I've done. Besides that, we've gone so many places, gone to New York, gone to Washington, D.C., Dallas, in Louisville, Kentucky, which is a personal favorite. We were a little tipsy whenever we were in Louisville, just a smidge. And one night when we were going to bed, it was like 2:30 in the morning. We were just getting back from the bar. None of us were like quite ready to go to bed yet, or at least I wasn't. I was feeling quite aggressive. So my mission for that night was to shove Ham Santhony between the bed and the wall. I just wanted him to live in the crack. I was just like, get in the crack! Don't put that. I feel like I've been here a while. I've met a lot of people. I've done a lot of things. So however people remember me as, I just want to be remembered. It wasn't just me making graphics. It wasn't just me like doing stuff for TV or for Century Media. It was, I have this group of friends that I can come together, and we can all come together and we can make something that we're proud of. This is Tornado, Toronto, Tortilla Chip, Toothbrush, TJ. I think that's it. And this is Colonial Sports Center.
R.I.P. Malik. Good night. See you tomorrow.